Hi everybody, Erin Skaggs here. Thanks for joining us for the December edition of Brattleboro Gallery Walk's Virtual Gallery Walk. This month is a little bit different. We're going to be strolling through downtown Brattleboro, checking out some stores and galleries. We're also going to head over to Brattleboro Museum and Art Center with their chief curator, Mara Williams, and she's going to lead us through 3 exhibits that are really unique and you will not want to miss it. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're playing Brattleship, there are 3 clues hidden within this video. They're not sneaky or tricky. You're easily going to be able to see them. So just keep your eyes peeled. If you don't have your kit yet and you want to play Brattleship, head to Harmony Collective and grab it there and get playing. You can play throughout the month. Prizes are first come, first serve though. So get out there and get shopping. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the video.
Come on in, welcome to Trillium Home and Garden. Great shop that's been here for 1.5 years on Main Street. And lots of fun and interesting gift items. So let's take a look around. Lots of nice things that will fit in stockings or under the tree. And the owners told me that a lot of people come in and find things for themselves. And, you know, gift giving can be tricky. So if you know what you like, this might be the place to find a treat for yourself. Is this a bird fountain? Bird, or is it more of a bird house or a bird like drinking thing?
Actually, it's for air plants.
Oh, of course. Ah, right. Out of context. Cork doorstop. So some really affordable items from $2 on up. Really lovely. And some garden items as well. Some people may remember Verde that I think was in that same space. No, it was
Mystery on Main.
It was Mystery. Well, Verde was nearby and a much-loved store, and I think you've got a lot of the same great items, you know, gift items, garden items, things for the kitchen and the bath. Some really nice cards. So a lot to take a look at here, and fun things to take home for the holidays. Check it out, Trillium. Welcome to Borough Specialized Sports. And it is winter, so let's check out some of the winter gear they have here today. Hi, Woody, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good to see you. What should we look at today?
That's what we walk down through. We're getting ready for winter. We have a lot of activity already, and people are ready to hit the slopes or just play outside. You can see our snowboard department here is stocked with Burton and Rosenthal boards.
Yep.
And all bindings and nice ski socks and all that, or snowboard
those
socks.
are pretty.
These are snowboard socks, not ski socks. Heavens, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, they're gorgeous.
Snowboarders would love them, but skiers need to go in the next room, and I'll show you
okay.
what's going on there.
These are good stocking stuffers, aren't they?
Yes. Socks are always useful.
All right. Lots of designs.
I didn't know that you guys did skateboards.
We do some skateboard, yep.
We're going to get one for our son here because we live near the skate park. And
Yeah, Brattleboro has a new skate park.
yes.
Oh, yeah, it's a wonderful one.
Woody, how long have you been in business here?
Well, I have been here since 1992. The store started in 1935. So, and I wasn't working here when we started in 1935, but it's a long history of the Burroughs family, and now we've been involved. The bike shop was on Putney Road. Bought that in '97 and put it together here. So, quite a while. Guess that's at least 22 years for the whole operation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Same thing as we got shredders in the other room. We got the regular downhill skiers, and we have a selection of K2
All right.
and Rosinal skis. Great stuff. All the great skis, the new skis, ski well, ski easy. Very easy to adapt to any type of skier. Boots, complete line of boots, poles, the whole 9 yards for downhill skiers.
Every age and size.
Every age and size. And for skiers, we have ski socks. These are not snowboard
All right.
socks. These are ski socks.
Very different.
They're not very different, to be honest with you. They're not very much different at all. But you know,
But they're in
how
this
it is.
room, and they're.
You know how it is. The
Yes.
snowboarders don't want to be caught dead in ski socks. So. And one of the hot areas so far this year is in cross country. If you think about it, there's probably no better way to socially distance. You can't get closer than
Good
6 feet
point.
to somebody with skis on.
You've got your
Across
minimum
country.
distance already sorted just
So it
from.
looks a little thin there, but that's because we've sold a lot of what we got in for the fall. Hopefully we can replace some of those items and have more sales.
You
Okay,
don't
great.
even need a mountain.
You don't need a mountain. No, you can go on a perfectly flat surface. South Pond in Marlboro is wonderful for skiing.
Lots of
Right.
options.
Once it freezes,
Yep.
Right.
don't go yet.
Yep.
What about snowshoeing?
Snowshoeing over here, and we got a
Oh my gosh, you have it.
we
I'm
sure
not
do,
joking.
and all of our snowshoes are made in the USA.
All right.
Red Feather, Crescent Moon, and some Dion's made here actually in Vermont. Crescent Moon from Colorado and Red Feather from Wisconsin. Recreational shoes for all size folks, from the little kids
Oh
to
my
the
gosh.
Yeah.
to the huge kids.
I was picturing them being made out of wood.
I
And
was going to
Well-
say, they're a lot snazzier now. They used to look like tennis rackets
When
on
the
your
store
feet.
started in 1935, they were, and they're made by Tubbs in Vermont, in most cases.
Ah,
So we have a complete selection of those, and we also rent cross-country skis,
oh,
and we rent snowshoes if you just want to dabble in it a little bit. We do rent alpine skis just on a season basis, but and snowboards, but cross-country and snowshoes you can rent for a day and give them a whirl, or multiple days.
terrific.
do you have an online store? Can people shop online?
No, we don't. We're not
Okay.
set up for that.
But,
But you
you're
do-
equipped for them to come into the shop.
Right, right.
Got it.
And you do have used items as well, right?
Yes, we have used both downhill equipment and a little bit of cross-country, some used snowboards that
Yep.
we're in the process of refinishing to put out for sale. So,
Great.
yes, we do have used, and again, rentals on cross-country and snowshoes.
Perfect. So
Wonderful.
lots of different price points for the beginner to the
Right.
The expert.
Yeah.
Nice.
Family stuff, family shop. Yeah.
nice.
Great. Jason, if you're watching, I'd like the snazzy snow pants that we saw out front. Thank you.
Terrific. What are your winter hours or your December hours?
Well, for right now, we're going with our COVID hours, I guess you'd call them, are Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
All right. Perfect.
Give ourselves a little bit of rest on Sundays for a while.
Good idea. Well, it's a great store. Plenty of room, plenty of elbow room, and
Yes.
come on down and get your sports equipment, and you can do all sorts of outdoor sports all winter and stay safe and stay healthy at the same time and support your local businesses.
Yes. Thank you, Woody.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Have fun.
Hi, everybody. Here we are. We're at the Shoe Tree right on Main Street in downtown Brattleboro. And we're here with...
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'll give you a tour of our winter boot selection because that's going to be very important this year.
Yeah, we all need boots.
Yes, we have really warm ones lined with some wool, and they're waterproof.
And very cute. I feel like winter boots are where function meets form.
Exactly. And then we also have ones that make it so you won't fall on the ice.
Oh, wow.
This one just flips out like that.
Are those crampons or something?
Not really. It's more of a
Wow.
a flip.
Now that's a Vermonter's boot if I
Yes.
ever saw one.
So we have all of those. Those are by Next Grip. Canadians, they know what to do. And then we also have Ice Bug, made by the Swedish, and those have studs in the bottom. And they will make it so you will not slip on the ice either.
Wow, those boots are no joke.
No.
And then you have fur-trimmed ones for the more fashion conscious.
Yes.
Nice, nice.
And then we also have a large selection of slippers. Warmth inside and outside.
Slippers
Always
make
important.
great Christmas gifts,
Yes, they do.
or so I'm told.
And then we've got
my
some
goodness.
cute Uggs here.
Oh my
And
god.
those are fur lined also.
I have a pair of Uggs that I bought here maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. It was a huge splurge for me, and I'm still wearing them like every day in the winter, in the snow, and they still look really good, and I love them.
All right.
Okay, so if you had to suggest what makes great Christmas gifts here?
Oh, slippers for sure. All the slippers.
All the slippers,
Also, we have packable backpacks.
packable backpacks,
So
very
you can
handy,
just throw them somewhere else.
and socks.
Yes.
Socks are great gifts.
Socks are always useful.
But boots,
So many
really,
socks.
everybody should get boots.
Yes.
So they're right here on Main Street. It's the Shoe Tree. Do you have any special holiday hours, or when are you open?
Not the holiday hours have not been decided yet. We're open 9:30 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 4 on Sundays.
Okay. Well, thank you for having us.
You're
And it was
welcome.
really
Thank
fun to
you.
scope out these boots.
Okay, so this is the former men's smoking room, and the men's restroom is now our paint closet, to tell you the truth. And this is a woman, a photographer who lives up in Saxon's River, and she teaches at the Insight Project, among all other work that she does as a professional photographer. But she is one of the artists who embraced old methods of making work, and the spontaneity that happens in the actual printing process as opposed to the digital process now. She has always been an Instamatic girl. She's a Polaroid specialist. She collects old Polaroid cameras. She has old Polaroid film. And at a artist retreat up at the Vermont Studio Center in Johnson, Vermont, she was introduced to making tintypes, which is one of the oldest forms of reproduction, where the big glass plate negative is put in the emulsion and the tin negative, excuse me, and it sort of comes alive, and if there's a piece of hair that falls in, it's on the print. And it's not pristine, but they get this wonderful tone to them. The tone makes everything look very exotic, old-fashioned, very sepia tone. And Rachel was at a point in her life as a woman in her 50s whose children, one was going off to prep school, the younger son was going off into like a junior high school. And she was all of a sudden, you know, the woman who lessened her career and made the cinnamon buns at home and did the sewing for the kids and nurtured the children at home. And they're fledging a nest, and she's an artist, and she's got to come to grips with all of that. And her self-identity for 15 years was being a mom. So she had to mourn parts of herself, and she had to let go of parts of herself, and she had to re-embrace parts of herself. And her hair became a big symbol of that. And mourning, and the Victorian way of mourning. So if you investigate this particular woman's, traveling toilette set, you find pieces of hair throughout her family. Like when this person's ponytail was cut for the first time, the daughter's hair that was very blonde that maybe is not blonde anymore, or the lock of hair that you cut when your mom or your dad dies, and she put it away. And this led her to taking her own beautiful, long, thick locks and starting to braid them and do pictures of herself with the braids, and then hiring and collaborating with an artist. And they started these elaborate hair sculptures. And then they would get pinned to the studio wall or pinned outdoors. So it would take hours to make these hair pieces. And then they were at a certain point they became festooned with flowers and pieces of woods and metal and leaves. Mm-hmm. And so they became more and more elaborate. They were more and more time consuming. And of course, it takes about 20 minutes in the camera for this film to make its image. And you have to be perfectly still. So it really became a collaboration with this artist, and a way of understanding femininity and re-embracing the feminine and an empowerment towards women.
I love the model that she used.
Yeah, she's quite a beautiful woman. We also felt there's a concept in art history about the male gaze, and particularly some of these are nudes. They're from the breasts are exposed in the pieces, and it was somehow women taking back the gaze and women owning the body and the image in a way that wasn't a male artist giving an object and objectifying the woman's body. So there's a lot to unpack in this exhibit.
Right. You're right about the tone. It is really rich and soulful feeling.
Well, I also, this one is sort of alive, dead. What's the front side? What's the flip side? What's the flip side of youth?
Right.
What's the flip side of life? What's the flip side of motherhood and personhood? So the dualities embedded in all of these I find fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And the next place we're going is the ladies' powder room.
Oh, it's a natural progression. Here we are. We're at George Brooks Florist, again, right on Main Street. And joining us right now is Star.
Hello.
Hi, Star. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming in today. We'd just like to tell you about some things we'll be having for the holidays, which are coming right up. As you can see, we have several beautiful orchids and houseplants to feather your nest for the season. We do offer curbside pickup, delivery, and we are open 7 days through the holidays, 7 days a week.
Oh, wow. What are your hours each day?
We are here 10 to 4 Monday through Friday, and 10 to 3 on the weekends.
Okay. So I see you have a lot of pots and orchids, and I'm guessing you also do like the traditional flower arrangements.
We do. Along with the orchids and houseplants, we have vintage pottery.
Oh, wow.
Vintage vases that cut flowers can go in.
Oh, those are beautiful.
We will be making centerpieces. We are actually today starting to make wreaths for your doors.
You could buy an actual tree. A ficus benjamina tree.
A large 7-foot ficus tree.
All
and
right.
we have many beautiful cut flowers to choose from.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you folks deliver in town?
We do. We deliver locally. We deliver all the way to Keene.
Oh, wow.
All over southern Vermont. Mm-hmm. And we'd love to take care of your holiday season for you.
Fantastic. What is your favorite flower, personally?
My personal favorite are orchids. Anything in the tropical end of the cooler would be my favorite.
Okay. I, as a black thumb, have never ventured into orchids.
Oh, they're
but
easy. We can help with that.
Thank you very much, Star. Folks, this looks like a great place to go for all of your floral needs going into the holidays. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. It's time for a virtual gallery walk clue. And here's my question. What is in this container right here? What is in this container right here? This is virtual gallery walk, clue number 1. And they're so cute. That's it. Come on in. Hi, everybody. We're here at the Vermont shop with the one, the only, Dick DeGray.
Well, thank you, Erin, and what a great thing that you're doing here, going around and highlighting all the businesses. Galantis has been on the street since 1929 and a mainstay on Main Street. And as you can see, there's a variety of Vermont products and other gadgets for you to shop for. And one of the things I'd really like to highlight today is the emphasis on local shopping, supporting local businesses, whether it's the Vermont shop, Artisan Design. We have some magnificent stores downtown, and survival this year has been very difficult for all the stores, including the restaurants. And so if you can shop locally this year, it would make a big, big difference to all the stores on Main Street. We don't want to have anybody going out of business, and I think it's essential. As you know, I do a lot of things for the town, the flower program and the holiday lights, and I get great joy from it. And I think we have a magnificent downtown, and I would hate to see any of our merchants go away. So if possible, push yourself away from the computer, come down and to walk into any of the stores. You can find a price point gift from $1 to $10,000. You just need to look around, make a visit, and I think it's essentially important for our local residents to do that. Mm-hmm. We have a great community, we support each other, and I hope to see a lot of local people in here this year, along with all the other stores on Main Street and Flat Street and Elliott Street. So thank you very much from Missy and I, and we wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dick. Thanks, everyone. I couldn't agree with Dick more. What I hear is that downtown really needs you to show up for them this year. I think sometimes people forget that the shopkeepers downtown are our friends, they're our neighbors, and they support the community in really big ways on a regular basis. So everybody come downtown because your downtown needs you. Hi, everybody. I'm still here at Galantis' Vermont shop, and I'd like to bring your attention to this display right here. It's time for your next virtual gallery walk clue. Check out this product. You know, they have a lot of things in this shop ranging from handmade local pottery, sweets, clothing, you name it, they've got it. But I want you to take a peek at this product. Innis, the Energy of the Sea, perfume, scented sachets, lotions, soaps. What is the name of this product? That is your virtual gallery walk clue. Did you get it?
And right now you're in a Vermont Folklife Center produced exhibition which features beautiful photography and terrific oral histories. And what we're talking about is ice fishing, a classic northern New England winter sport. And the history of it, who's doing it, how their families got involved, what they're looking for, how many generations they've been at it. There's just a marvelous group of people who put their shacks out on the West River Meadows, the Retreat Meadows, some people call it, every year. So all of you who live in Brattleboro are immediately going to recognize the Retreat Meadows and the little shacks that go out there until the ice goes through. It's just a quintessential Vermont, and particularly for us in Brattleboro, anyone who's going down Route 30, this is just so exciting. And it's really marvelous photography and really terrific oral histories. No one does it better than the Vermont Folklife Center. They've been working on oral histories across the state for folk traditions, folk arts, traditional communities for more than 30 years now. They have an archive of 55,000 oral histories, and they go from earliest days up, and they commissioned a wonderful artist to shoot the, this is one of my favorites because there's that lighting thing and the white
Yes,
snow
I-
and the twilight at the same time.
I was going to ask you about the lighting. Like, clearly this one's taken at night, so how did he light that space?
He backlit it, and he obviously front lit it outside his camera range. But you still either get the snow in the background or the stars in the background.
Right. Hi folks, come on in. We're here at Harmony Underground, and today here to show us around is Sadie. She's going to be our tour guide, and actually she has a human attached to her, so. Hi Chris, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thanks for coming down. My name is Chris Antonello. My wife and I own Harmony Underground here in downtown Brattleboro. And I'm going to let Sadie go because she's ready to run. We own Harmony Underground here in downtown Brattleboro. Let me show you around a little bit. For any of you medical or recreational marijuana users, any accessories you may need, you can find down here, whether it be some of our vaporizers, our silicone for any of you people who like to dab. We have a good selection of handmade bubblers as well as nectar collectors and every type of pipe you can imagine, whether it be a Gandalf, a Sherlock, and all locally blown, handcrafted art from a number of different artists throughout the country and a lot from Vermont, Mass.
Are there any artists right in Brattleboro?
So we do have local artists. A good friend, Nick. Another gentleman, Ben, does some glass work here. Out of Massachusetts as well, Maine, New Hampshire, Colorado.
Some of them are just so beautiful. It really is art.
It is. It's actually, and it takes quite a bit of time. We work with the same artist regularly. Right now, we're starting to bring in our Christmas inventory to open up the options for your holiday needs.
Right.
We have a number of water pipes for anybody who needs some filtration for their medicine or their recreation.
Nice.
Bowl replacements. We also have CBDs, which have been able to help a lot with pain management as well as stress, anxiety, and sleeping.
And for folks that don't know, they're located right here in, right off of the Harmony parking lot. So parking is really convenient. And what are your hours?
Our hours are 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. Sunday through Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Friday and Saturday we're open 10 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Okay.
We ask that you wear a mask for obvious reasons, but if you are immunocompromised and you don't want to come into the store, notify us ahead of time. We will make the accommodations to safely come out to you and help you find what you may need.
Okay.
And like I said, we have everything from scales to grinders to locally made wood pipes, which are made by a Vermonter with Vermont wood and Vermont stone pipes,
Great.
as well as anything else you may need in the medical and recreational marijuana industry.
So it sounds like they are fully stocked. They have a wide assortment, and they are ready for you to come in or call to get all of your holiday needs. All right. Thank you, Chris, so much for being with us.
And thank you for being with us, guys. We hope to see you down here soon.
All right. I have your last virtual gallery walk clue. Dun, dun, dun. Stay with me, folks. Last clue. What is the kitty cat's name in Harmony Underground? She's right here. This cute little face. What is her name? Chris, can you tell us again what's her name?
Her name is Sadie,
And she's so cute.
which is short for sativa, but we prefer the name Sadie.
All right. There you go. You got it, folks. That's our third and final virtual gallery walk clue. And we're out of here.
Hey everybody, we're back here at Epsilon Spires, and Odell and Esme are joining us again to tell us about a fun event that's happening here in December.
Thank you. So the first weekend in December, Friday through Sunday, here at Epsilon Spires, we're going to have a holiday pop-up shop featuring all sorts of local crafters, vendors, bakers. They're not going to be in person, so everything's going to be set up so that people who want to shop can easily just kind of walk through and view, and it'll just be 2 to 3 groups of people allowed in at a time, and 1 or 2 people kind of checking them out. And we're going to have Christmas trees in the back. We're going to feature all sorts of things. There's going to be naturally tanned sheep hides, pies, jewelry, ceramics, herbal remedies, kind of anything you can really think of that is flourishing in the local maker community here.
Great. So sort of one-stop shopping.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
I'm saying that.
Hi.
I'm saying the same thing.
I'm Larissa. I'm Artisan, Brattleboro, Vermont, and this is my support team, Kola and Lova. And they are also my biggest helpers. So I will be one of our artists at the holiday pop-up shop at Epsilon Spires. And I'm really excited to be part of this initiative because it's not so many opportunities these days to show my work. So we will be selling the broches that me and my friend make, and also like stud earrings. Guys, would you like to help me to show the broches? So they look like that. So there's cute little animals, birds, sloths, birds again, squirrels, and much more. Come and shop for the holidays. Okay, bye.
And it's going to be Friday the 4th from 12 to 7. And then on Saturday and Sunday, the 5th and 6th, it's going to be 10 to 4. And from 10 to 11, it'll be reserved for higher risk people who can contact us through the Facebook event, which is called Holiday Pop-Up Shop 2020. And it's tagged at Swan Spires and the Stone Church. If you want to find that to contact us, we'll have individual shopping slots available. And also, through our Facebook page, we're going to post pictures starting the Tuesday before the event of the stands that'll be set up by vendors already, and people can contact us for closer pictures or kind of like even previews, yeah, and we can arrange for curbside pickup if that's wanted as well.
That's great.
In addition, we'll also be following all state guidelines for COVID protocol, hand washing, masks, airflow, all of that.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it, and we will look forward to seeing that craft fair happen.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey folks, we are here with Corey from Patio Coffee, just down the alley between Renaissance Jewelry and Gallery in the Woods.
That's right, yeah. And in the winter months, I'm normally outside, but in the winter months, I move into the lobby here and I kind of occupy this
your inner sanctum of the patio.
That's right, exactly.
All right. And Corey, how long have you been at this?
I started this little enterprise, my little cart, about a year and so ago,
Okay.
October 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. And I think you probably are seeing a really interesting cross-section of locals and visitors.
Yeah, it's interesting. People always ask me, like, are more people that come for your coffee, are they locals, or are they regulars, are they tourists? And it's really all those things. Like, I have like a lot of regulars where I know their drinks, and I also have a lot of people that are just coming through town.
Yeah, nice. And you have a lovely selection, I'm told by the more dedicated coffee drinkers in town, that you have really lovely brews and some nice treats as well.
Yeah, exactly. One of the things that I love, that I've always wanted to do, is bring a bunch of coffees that aren't as common around here, that you don't see as often, from some of my favorite roasters around, mostly on the East Coast. So yeah, I try to have a nice little curated selection of coffees that I move through and I prepare them. Specialty coffee drinks and a couple teas.
All right, perfect. And are you going to whip something up now?
Yeah, I was going to show you. People are always surprised with specialty coffee how meticulous it is. So I thought I'd walk you through what goes into making your typical espresso drink.
All right.
So I use scales. Everything's like weighed and measured.
And ground in the moment.
That's right. So it grinds directly into the portafilter.
Wow.
And then I weigh it. And this is what they call, in the coffee world, they call this your dose. So I'm going to get 18 grams of coffee dosed in. And then this part is called the puck preparation. So I distribute those coffee grounds. And then I smush them down with a tamper. So it's a nice flat and even bed. And now I have another scale and a timer. So this is now I'm going to weigh and time my coffee output.
Ah.
So it's going to tear out. And what I'm looking here is 36 grams, 34 to 36 grams in about 20 to 30 seconds, 24 to 30 really. And I'm also going to steam my milk at the same time.
All right.
And I'm using my hand to judge the temperature, and I'm watching my weight and my time all at the same time. It's kind of a tricky little dance.
You got like mission control
It's
going
true.
on here.
It's a tricky thing. There, so we get right in, hitting my marks pretty good. And all that's to say that, like, that's also, it tastes all the same each day, like throughout the day, you know, as I'm doing it. So I'm going to make, actually, I'm going to do this in a fancy cup. So this is a cappuccino. Get in here and you see the pour here. So this is the special way you do it. You pour the milk in. Now I'm going to.
Nice.
And make a nice little heart.
All right.
See?
Beautiful.
Yeah. And it probably tastes better than it looks even. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And what are your winter hours? Where will people find? When will people find you here?
So
in
I'm
December?
here Thursday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yep.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And you've got some pastries and treats here as well.
Yeah, I kind of have like a rotating selection of treats depending on the day. I usually get these poppy rolls from Yala down the street. I get some chocolate chip pumpkin muffins from Super Fresh Organics for all the gluten-free and vegan folks.
Wonderful.
And then occasionally I'll have like a scone or another little treat from another baker. So that kind of just rotates, you know, on the day.
That's great though, locally sourced. Which
That's right.
That's terrific.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for showing us around.
Yeah.
It's nice to check in with you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking me out.
Hey everybody, I am here with Barb on the rear of the River Garden with this lovely view here in Brattleboro. And Barb has brought something interesting to talk about. You're from the Brattleboro Bike Shop.
I am, yeah, I'm one of the owners. Tim and myself have been running a bike shop since 1984, so.
You are fixtures
really,
here
yeah,
on
we're
Main Street.
Like pretty much, this is our home,
Yeah.
right here. So, yeah, what I brought out today is a very beautiful Dutch Gazelle electric bike.
Gorgeous.
And we've been having a lot of fun this year, taking people out on test rides. I have people come in, we go out for some rides in the neighborhood, we go up some big hills that otherwise they probably wouldn't be able to do. And every time I go to a test ride, we come back and everybody's smiling. So it's a really fun thing to do.
No doubt. So e-bikes are the evolution of the bike, and as people say, they flatten the hills here in Brattleboro and make it a much more appealing opportunity to get out on a bike and enjoy everything that this area has to offer. You know, I love these bikes. I have an e-bike that you helped assemble and get up and ready, road ready, and it's thoroughly enjoyable. This seems pretty high end, but what can you tell us more about this bike?
So what's cool about this one is it has a built-in battery, so I can just unlock this, take it inside, and there it comes with like a little charging setup, so I could just plug this into the wall. It takes like, if you were starting at 0 charge, it takes about 4 or 5 hours to charge it up. And it goes usually like 40 to 60 miles on a charge, which is pretty substantial in considering we're not like on the Jersey Shore, so we're like going up some big hills with it. I ride one from my house out in Eastover, and it takes me usually an hour and 10 minutes each way to come back and forth. And it's a 17-mile, very hilly ride. So it really lets me do some bicycle rides that I wouldn't normally do in a shortened period of time. Yeah, this one has like comes with fenders, comes with a really cool, probably in this light you can't see it, but it comes with like front and rear lights. So if you get caught out, at 4 or 5 o'clock these days, it's really nice to, have some illumination so you can see the road, and so cars can see you too.
Definitely. Wow, this is really gorgeous. How many, just to give people an idea, how many different sort of e-bike brands and configurations are you aware of now? Or that you guys normally are seeing, selling, servicing?
Well, this one has like a mid-drive motor, so it's a very quiet Bosch motor. I mean, a lot of people have Bosch dishwashers and know how just like they're great motors, they're very reliable, and they hold up very well. There's also, we do kits on bicycles, so we can do like a kit that would be a mid-drive type. There's front wheel motors, there's rear wheel motors, and that is lots of different brands, but that's kind of the basic general types of them.
All right, great. And we got to wrap up, but I want to just ask you, what are your hours, your operating hours here into December and going forward?
Yeah, so we've been open like Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5:30.
Okay.
And we've been pretty happy with, we don't have like huge amount of people coming in, so we have a pretty safe operation. So.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing this. We really appreciate it.
Sure. Well, thank you, and have a great rest of your day.
All right. a gallery in the woods. First of all, how long have you guys been here?
We've been, well, 40 years up in Marlboro,
Yep.
where we had the gallery, but 20 years downtown in Brattleboro.
Okay.
And
Quite
yep.
a long time.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yep.
I guess it counts. And,
Yep.
So, yep. So,
and you've expanded. Now you have
yeah.
a website,
So
a web presence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. So here we are inside, and this is, you know, we have a lot of things in the window for people to look at and purchase. And up front here, this is my work. I'm a furniture maker, so this table is mine. And
amazing.
That table over there is one of my pieces, the mirror. And then here's William Hayes, who's a Brattleboro really excellent printmaker. And Bill was super generous at the beginning of the pandemic, and he did a fundraiser for the gallery and donated. It was great. And then there's, you know, here we have pottery and a lady who makes, yep.
Oh, I love these dolls up here.
Yeah, check those out. Those dolls up there on the wall are amazing. This is Gwen Murphy, who also does some surrealistic shoes. And catch that one with the tennis racket. That one in the corner is really pretty amazing.
Wild.
Yeah. But there's so many amazing artists in here. I mean, this lady with this is Scratchboard.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
Karen Gaudette?
Yeah, she lives some more of my work, furniture and the mirror, walnut, cherry.
Beautiful. Black walnut.
Yep. There's the guy. There's all of us in the picture. Yeah, here we are. Yeah.
Beautiful. You've got artwork of various scales. Do you also have sort of things for that people would think of for gift giving? I see some throws and pillows and
so here we go. Yeah,
even stocking stuffers.
The
of
pillows
one.
we went by over there, but here's African telephone wire baskets that are really popular. They're made from the insides of telephone.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Wild. So there's some great repurposing, right?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of recycled things. That's something that we are really big on, is the recycled end of stuff.
That's great.
And this jewelry up here is recycled from India, from old saris, you know.
Really?
Yes. And
fascinating.
They're crazy, but
I wonder how they like roll them up and then heat them up or something.
They roll them on a wooden bead. Every single circle is wrapped around a bead. It's unbelievable.
Interesting. And then here's to talk about repurposing.
Yeah. Now this is Gwen Murphy. This lady is a force of nature, man. Check these scales, but check her shoes after the scales. And she's the woman who did the dolls. And you know, here's
super
more
fun.
Dolls. More dolls.
Very trippy.
And then you got to get the wall of shoes, because that's the most favorite thing in the gallery. People love those shoes. You know, speaking of gifts, I mean, jewelry is something that we're really pretty heavily invested in. You know, we have a lot. There's a lot in the window, and then this whole area is all jewelry. I mean, just from people locally and as far away as Poland.
Wow.
But all over the country, because we go to, you know, a number of shows and find people. Like those beaded guys down there are Guatemala, and they're, you know, inexpensive and really kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, and they're beautiful.
Oh, yeah, we ought to go upstairs at some point, because those are ornaments. So these are, you know, the Mexican and Peruvian, the boxes,
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just so vivid, and they all sort of tell a whole story. It's not
they
not
were
just a
altars.
frozen moment. It's sort of a
they were traveling,
ongoing,
traveling altars. People traveled with their altars, and then they got, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a big in all of Mexico.
And then we've got some real surreal critters over here.
Oh yeah, very surreal. Up until recently, out of the loop of modern society, and they used to make these. They're made of yarn, and they were offerings.
Fascinating. That
oh yeah,
guitar
check that guitar. Yeah.
Talk about visions.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. That guitar is good.
All right.
Well, shall we just go downstairs?
Stage and serious, and you guys are a little more fun and a little more out there, and some of the.
And I'd like to give a plug. One of the artists is the Brattleboro High School art teacher.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's a really good. But here's Richard Heller, who's the Brattleboro High School. He's the head of the art department.
Oh, okay.
And he does these paintings. And his kids come in often. This is more of me, my work.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now it looks like you're heading over to, yep, that's more found object. That's David Oddix. He's been in the gallery for years, and he just does a mix of different.
Dante, thanks so much for showing us around. This is a gorgeous gallery, and you have so much to look at, and different sizes, materials, price ranges, everything. Great space. I hope December is a great month for you guys, and you guys should definitely check out the new website, which is
galleryinthewoods.com.
All right. All right, everybody. We're here with Greg from Vermont Artisan Designs. Hi, Greg. How are you?
Hey, I'm well. How are you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
And you're gearing up for the holidays, right?
We are. We're getting ready, and everybody should have a really wonderful local holiday this year, I think.
Indeed. There's a lot of great stuff all over Main Street and the adjoining streets here in downtown. Let's take a look at what you've got.
Thanks. We'll look forward to seeing things here. We've got some nice pewter from Danforth. There are candlesticks and oil lamps for those people who might have a snow day at some point. There's a lot of different things that will make the house warm and appear warmer.
Those are gorgeous. Yeah, you can imagine those on your mantle.
And we've got, soulmate socks, obviously.
Socks are always useful.
Socks. It is sock season, right? Time to do your inventory and figure out which ones you need to be replacing and put some color in your life.
For sure. Hanukkah's coming, and it starts on December the 2nd this year, really early.
Yeah.
We've got a great selection of menorahs for everybody to see. We've had a menorah show for a long time, every year, and a lot of these are made here in Vermont, wrought iron or especially glass.
Beautiful. Yeah, lots of different styles.
And moving on to Christmas.
Later in December, we're just moving down the calendar here.
We have a lot of ornaments. We have
fun.
A number of gifts. We've got the little Christmas mice. But a lot of really wonderful local craftspeople who make pottery and sculpture and jewelry.
Beautiful.
Blown glass.
Yeah, you've got these blown glass ornaments that say Vermont. This is the perfect thing to send to a relative who you might have normally spent time with at the holidays and maybe can't this year, and a way for them to think of you.
And we do ship, so that helps on that score. We're also doing free local delivery and curbside delivery if it makes sense for people. We're fortunate to have enough space in here that people can come in and socially distance and still see some wonderful things.
That's right. You have a lot of elbow room here. It's nice.
We have wonderful chess sets back here, too.
Oh, fun.
People are playing chess again, and these are...
Do it in style.
Handmade, but weighted and nicely done.
And is this a local artist, regional artist, or?
Yeah, Rockledge Farms are up in Weathersfield, and then everything here is made in the United States, so it's mostly local and regional. Good pottery.
All right, take a look upstairs.
Real quick look upstairs. A lot of Paul Stone's work.
Yeah, remember
Paul Stone.
Yeah, I love his colors.
Yeah. Julie Albright is up in northern Vermont, but she does some beautiful still life.
Still life's really lovely.
Yeah, it's really kind of special. And, again, there's something almost for everyone up here. There's a variety of styles that really tend to work for people, from abstract all the way to the very traditional like this. And then as we go downstairs again, we can also, like I say, see some of the new pottery that came in from Beth Armour today.
Yep.
which was kind of cool.
All right, let's take a look.
Some more little ornaments here on the
Oh,
way
those
down.
are so cute.
These are little gourds.
Oh my goodness, I love them. Now, are these actual gourds that have been painted?
Yes.
Okay.
These are actual gourds. And still have a seed in them.
Super light, I'm sure. Yeah.
They are. These are made up in central Vermont. Some nice new jewelry boxes that are really pretty special as well.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Very elegant. Wow, that's great.
And, you know, these are always fun. This is the Vermont singing drum.
Ah. A pleasant tone that is. That's really nice.
These are made up in Burlington and very popular, very soothing.
Yeah.
If you really have a really merry, laid-back Christmas.
Uh-huh. That's the way to get,
That's the way to get it.
Relaxing.
And these are some new pots by Beth Armour.
Oh, very interesting.
These just came in this morning.
Huh.
Some really beautiful things. Her work, her sculptural work is pretty amazing. She was a potter for a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Quit for about 20 years and has started up again.
Interesting.
And working with great new designs and very, very sculptural, but very sensuous, actually, shapes.
Yeah, very interesting.
Very soft feel to them. And then just a real quick peek at kitchen sink.
Mm-hmm.
Well stocked and ready to roll.
So what are people coming in for on a regular basis?
A lot of the times the RBG towels down here.
Oh, look at that.
Those are kind of fun.
Those are great. Yeah, we were just at another gallery and they had RGB ornaments and those have flown off the shelves and they don't have them anymore. But
yeah,
that's great.
These were done by Jenny Blue, who was up in Jamaica, Vermont for a long time. Again, just fun and everything from juicers to coffee makers to waffle makers.
Good stuff.
Lots of wonderful cooking and baking goods ready for holiday baking.
Perfect. Lots of implements over here. They'll all fit in stockings.
Yep. Lots of gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of gadgets.
So thanks so much, Greg, for showing us around. Really appreciate it. Let's remind folks, what are your winter hours looking like for December?
Well, we're posted from noon until 4, but we're actually here most of the time from 10 o'clock in the morning till at least 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And by special appointment as well. Our phone number is posted at 802-246-7245, and we're happy to make special appointments for people. Like I said earlier, we do curbside delivery and free local delivery if people need it.
And you have a website so people can preview some of the art and things that you have here, right?
We do, and also we gift wrap everything.
Oh, great.
So it makes it easy for other people.
That can help a lot. All right,
Yeah,
so you get your Vermont holiday bauble, can be wrapped and ready to go and sent out.
Again, we wish everybody a good holiday season and really encourage people to shop locally. That means all over downtown and all over around town, because without visitors coming in from other places, it really is an important thing to keep your people,
our local business
business running.
Yeah, indeed.
And again, we're grateful for the opportunity to be here. So,
all right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Take care.
And our last exhibit, I chose this contemporary artist from the Northampton, Amherst, Massachusetts area, who does the augured holes of ice fishermen freeze over at night. And he goes out first thing in the morning after they're frozen, and he shoots pictures of them, and they become universes in their own right. So he did this in 2000 and never went back to it until 1918, 19, and 20. And the quality of ice has changed pretty dramatically as it's gotten warmer. So this is The ice in that first set of years is much more consolidated, and by morning it froze over hard. And when you get later, which is this wall and then over in this corner here, it was, when you come out in the morning, they were much thinner layers of ice, and the striations were completely different than the original striations.
They almost look like retinas.
It's certainly in particularly the 2018 winter. But by 2020, there were still bubbles of water unformed underneath these very sheer layers of ice. Now, part of it is just seasonal difference, because some winters are colder than other winters.
Right.
But part of it seems to be perhaps a little bit more concerning than that.
Did you say these were all taken in the same location?
They were taken at various ice holes near where he lives.
Right.
It's not the same hole every year.
Right.
They're different holes. And he brought an auger in for us so people can see what people go out and they make their holes in their little huts.
Right.
And then they sit in their huts trying to stay warm.
Right. It's amazing taking a picture of something that would feel probably pretty mundane to a lot of people, and then when you compile it and really look at it and maybe make it black and white or something, suddenly it's so much more than that.
Well, they become a whole universe,
right.
Like a little microcosm, or are they a macrocosm? Are they the universe writ large, or are they, little teeny tiny microscopic? And they actually exist somewhere halfway between those things. But I find them very mysterious, and I love the fact that ice never freezes the same way twice, the same way there's no two snowflakes that are alike.
Right.
I said in my little essay, he's the snowflake Bentley for this century.
Wow, these are wonderful.
So he will be up giving a talk as well.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to take place on Zoom or in person, or whether he will be in here with one cameraman, like we're in here with one cameraman, and that we'll have live questions that we have. I have no idea how Danny Lichtenfeld, our director, and particularly the people who are handling special programs, have gotten up and running so quickly on getting us out in cyberspace versus, art tends to be a very in-person, the textures, the sounds, the sights,
right.
The solitude of the museum being a very visceral, in-person thing into the brave new world that we're living in right now.
Completely different medium. And the museum seems to have handled it very nimbly.
And that's everyone else than Mara.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for showing us the exhibits.
You're welcome, and thank you for coming and involving us in downtown Brattleboro in your Brattleboro television, in the gallery walk, and everything that makes this a town that I've been proud to call home for 30-something. I used to have very, very dark, thick hair, and now I have very, very white, short hair.
Right. Well, hair changes, as does every woman. So,
that's right.
As we just learned.
All right, hey everybody, we're at Duo, and some exciting news that you wanted to share about this space, the lounge.
Yeah, so I held off on opening the lounge space. I really wanted to kind of wrap my head around how I wanted it to look and feel and how the space was going to be utilized, but it's open now. There's 6 seats at the bar with some dividers between seats that can be moved to accommodate parties of 2, or if there were 3 people that came in, and 1 table. So that's pretty exciting. It's kind of, outdoor seating is kind of out of commission at this point,
Yeah.
and so this is what's taken its place. So I'm excited.
And you've been able to utilize some of these windows, sort of in keeping with the vibe that you've had here for a while.
Got a little thrifty, and so yeah, I wanted it to look like an intentional aesthetic, and kind of take some of that sterile feeling or away from, what we have to put in place to maintain a more sterile environment. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
And how are things going as far as, you know, we've sort of seen new protocols and stuff coming into play just as you're doing this, but business still doing all right and
business is
keeping you busy?
Business is still doing well.
Yep.
I think we're gonna see a slow time through the end of the year, but you know that's what it is, and
yep.
I'm happy to keep myself and my staff safe and all of you. So.
Yep. All in it together. So
Yeah.
you're doing dinner Fridays and Saturdays, and then brunch on Sunday. Is that right?
Dinner Friday night, Saturday night, brunch on Sundays, and then we're also putting out meals to the community through Everyone Eats, and we do that on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So
terrific.
Yeah.
And what sort of things are you guys contributing to that? I'm curious. Just I've read about it, but I haven't eaten one of the meals, so I don't know.
Well, it changes from week to week.
Yep.
We kind of mix it up. So kind of pretty easy, accessible. We're doing a shepherd's pie for one of the meals next week. We did some pulled pork last week.
Great.
We'll be doing kind of a classic Thanksgiving turkey stuffing potatoes situation. So
that is just such a great program. You know, it's a win-win-win. You know, it's keeping these restaurants active and busy and working and providing much needed food for people who are in a tough situation. So.
Yeah, it's certainly you know it's through a slow time. You know, through the rest of the year, it will probably supplement a good portion of my business, and it feels good. You know, to hang out in the kitchen with my chef and you know put out food to the community.
No doubt. And and some of it is food that's been grown in the region too, right? So I mean,
that's a requirement.
Yeah.
It's a requirement that we have to use a portion of our recipe has to be local ingredients.
Perfect.
So
That's great.
yeah.
So you have a winter drink in mind that you want to share with us today. What are we?
So one of the things that I always have on the cocktail menu is a version of a shrub, which utilizes fruit, sugar, and vinegar. And so that kind of combination I change up. And so the next round on the menu for the shrub is a blackberry and mint shrub with apple cider vinegar.
That sounds nice.
And so, yeah, the mint and the black raspberry almost has a holiday sugar plum kind of flavor to it. So, you know, we had blackberries rather, that were we froze. And so we pulled those out and kind of emulsify them with a bunch of sugar and draws the juices out, and then add some hot water and vinegar to it, and then you get this really delicious, slightly tart syrup, which is really good.
Excellent.
So in the drink we have 2 ounces of gin. That might actually be a little bit more than 2 ounces.
Yeah, we grade on it.
Yeah, we like to pour generously sometimes. And then
it's winter, folks.
Yeah, and then about 1.5 ounces of this blackberry mixture, a little lime juice, about 1/2 ounce, and you just top it off with soda water.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
All the way to the top.
That is festive.
And then, of course, compostable straws only.
That's right.
Which is really important.
Brattleboro now.
We are.
All right.
We're thankful for that. So.
Can I check that out?
Yeah, you certainly can.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. All right.
I had mine for breakfast.
Breakfast of Champions. Oh my goodness, that is good.
Yeah.
That is.
So, and one of the things that I love about this drink and that we do is, you know, most of the recipes start out without the alcohol, and so it starts as this kind of flavor base of the black raspberry, the vinegar, the lime, and the soda water, and then from there you go, well, what spirit might go good in there?
Yep.
Or if somebody came in and didn't want an alcoholic beverage but still wanted to have a cocktail experience, they could have this and not have the alcohol, and it would still be delicious, and it's still, you know, an adult beverage that looks sophisticated and feels good, and so.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sold. This is wonderful and refreshing. All right.
Yeah. So hopefully we see some people in and you know, park themselves in these seats and have a beverage and a snack.
Definitely. A change of pace, you know, I mean, I think everybody's certainly recognizing, if you're going out at all, that, you know, there's been limited options. So to have another possibility, I think, is pretty exciting for folks. So you'll see me parked here at some point in the near future. Well, great. We wish you well in December and during the winter, and looking forward to happier times coming in the next year where we'll be back to something resembling normal. So
yeah, at some point we'll all come out of our shells of
it's
sorts.
almost inevitable now. It's looking good. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
See ya.
Hey everybody, we're here with Jeremy from Hempicurian on Flat Street, and we're going to chat a little bit about what you've got here in the store and some maybe gift-giving ideas or treats that people can buy for themselves, right?
All right, welcome. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we have, we sell Vermont CBD products for the most part, as well as grow supplies for the home grower. This section here seems to be a very popular section for some high CBD treats here called milkweed. We also have lots of chocolate, of course CBD chocolates, mints, cookies, brownies, lots of maple candies, and especially the gummy bears are ever popular.
Lots of stocking stuffers. And
yes, absolutely.
Fun little gifts. And people use CBD for a variety of things, right? I mean, sort of, it can help you sleep, it can keep you relaxed.
Yeah, so mainly people come in because they're having either sleep problems, anxiety issues, also pain and inflammation. Those are the main reasons. However, there's many others.
Yep. And probably most of us have some ailment or other that could benefit from.
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
So yeah, please, if you've seen this video and you mention that in store, we'll give you 10% off that day.
Oh, terrific! And what are your December hours or your winter hours?
Well, we're open 10 to 6 every day, except for on Sundays we're open 12 to 4.
Okay, terrific. Any other things you want to show us that?
Yeah, so this side of the store is a new department. It's our grow supplies here. We specialize mostly in organic growing, so a lot of people, are starting to do their own home grows, especially since the legalization about 1.5 years ago.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and gardening in general, I think, has really sort of had a resurgence during the pandemic. But
you got that right.
This is sort of, a hobby that probably a lot of people are just sort of exploring for the first time.
Oh, most definitely.
And you guys are here to sort of consult with and help steer them towards what works. And
yep, we welcome all questions, and I can give you the best advice we can.
Okay, terrific.
Hi, I'm Erin Skaggs, and I love downtown Brattleboro. And I would bet that you love downtown Brattleboro also. There's a lot to love about it. Its natural beauty, Dick DeGray's flowers, the shopkeepers, the really interesting and unique shops, and of course the community members walking its streets that bring it to life. Downtown appreciates you. We hope that you'll come down here and support us during this holiday season. And thanks for watching.
We are downtown Brattleboro.
We are downtown Brattleboro.
And so are you.
Oh.
Happy holidays
from the Downtown Brattleboro Alliance.
We are downtown Brattleboro. I'm downtown Brattleboro, and so are you.
I'm Corey at Patio Coffee, and I am downtown Brattleboro. So are you.
So thank you very much from Missy and I, and we wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas.
We are downtown Brattleboro, and you are too.
We're downtown Brattleboro, and so are you.
We're downtown Brattleboro, and so are you.
We're downtown Brattleboro, and so are you.
We are Harmony Underground. I'm sorry.
That took me a second. I didn't even catch it at first. I was like, wait.
No, we are downtown Brattleboro. Okay.
First and foremost, downtown Brattleboro is about all of the people who spend time there building community. Happy holidays from all of us here at the Downtown Brattleboro Alliance and Brattleboro's Gallery Walk.